Blighty Boxing, in association with Frank Warren and Queensbury Promotions, here in Southampton at the Bat and Box Gym, and we're joined by Josh Frankham. How are you, sir?
I'm okay, thank you very much.
Good. Now that name will ring more than a few bells with boxing fans. Can we take it you're a grandson of Johnny?
No, I'm close relation, cousin, but we're all close. Frankham's all close, so yeah, close relation.
And the other name people will currently be familiar with is young Charles Frankham. What relation there?
Same sort of thing. It's his granddad, my cousin. So, but we've trained together all our life in close family, and hopefully we'll both make it to the top.
Tell me a little bit of your backstory. I mean, how you've come to be training down at Southampton. I mean, it's pretty obvious you come from fighting stock. The name tells you that. I mean, was that how you led into boxing?
Yeah, I mean, started off quite a chubby kid, always struggling for weight. Loved boxing, loved Rocky films, and that's how I just got into it. Started going to my local club, which was Tadley. My uncle runned it at the time. Always big for the weight though, so I was always struggling fighting boys tall. And then just carried on from there. And then I ended up at the Ring Boxing Club. Ended up winning 3 national titles, boxing for England, doing everything I could really. So had a GB call up, never did go for the assessment.
Glandular fever?
Glandular fever.
Your dad just told me that.
Never did go for the assessment. So I missed that opportunity. So now I thought, what else is there to do? So turn over and try and chase your dreams, isn't it?
What your dad did just say to me was that it's always going to be the pros for you. He says maybe you're a little bit of a slow starter in the amateurs.
Yeah, always a slow starter. I used to get warmed up in the 3rd round, so that's when I used to get on top. So pro suits me to the ground. I'm looking forward to it.
What type of boxer are you?
Anything. Box, puncher, boxer, slip and slide. I can do anything. Try to.
Entertaining?
I want to be, yeah. Want to be. Yeah.
What brought you down to Southampton and Wayne Batten?
I've always been on and off mates with Mark Chamberlain. Always on the England squad with him. He actually boxed Charles. And I knew he switched to Wayne through Instagram. And I was doing training on and off. I worked a lot with Ben Davison. Good friend of mine, good trainer, good coach. Learnt a lot from him. Always on and off of camps with him in Marbella, with Tyson, with Billy Joe. So then, looking through Instagram, realising I need to get a trainer every day, you know what I mean? Be in the gym every day. Just camps wasn't enough, going back and forth. So I looked to Wayne Batten and seen him on Instagram, give him a message, come down, done a pad session, gelled straight away, and here we are.
What's the next step? Just getting that first fight date?
Getting that debut over with. That's what I'm looking forward to. I haven't boxed for 2.5 years, so I'm looking forward to it now and getting in there. Hopefully looking for April maybe, but we'll see.
Given the names you've mentioned, you're obviously from a traveller background. How much of an inspiration has the likes of Tyson and Billy Joe been to you young boys coming through?
It's like, you don't really... For me, I look up to Tyson and Billy Joe. It's how can I put it? They're, in our culture, they're legends. And learning everything from them, I try and learn as much as I can, watching Billy Joe every day. Because who else do I look up to everyone, but Billy Joe is the man I look up to the most, you know. So they're two good men to look up to.
Before them two, and just before that Andy Lee, there were no Traveller World Champions. They used to sort of give it up. There's loads of fighters, but get to 18 or 17, get the driving licence, good night.
That's been the problem with us. I mean, we can all fight. We can all fight, but it's just sticking at it. The one that really did stick to it was my Uncle John, but never really stuck to it. Enough British champion, but could have been way further. And my dad always tells me he could have been world champion. So it's just having the dedication. So hopefully now I've seen what Tyson can do. I've seen what Billy Joe can do. Andy Lee. We've seen what all of them can do now, and it's easily done. Well, it's not easily done, but you know what I mean. If you stick to it, it can be done.
Is it different nowadays because there's more permanence about the lifestyle? There's not the movement there used to be, so the kids can stick in one gym and learn the trade the same as everyone else?
Yeah, I'd say so. Not so much moving about, and yeah, I'd say more easier now to get to gym. I mean, if you go to schoolboy finals now, and you look at the finals, I bet you at least 50% is young travelling boys. At least 50%, maybe more. So it just proves that it is us. It's just if we stick to it.
It's funny calling them schoolboys, though, isn't it? Because probably most of them have actually left by that point, haven't they?
Yeah, true. But no, I think it's important to stick boxing, stick training, especially if you've got the talent. There's so much talent coming through now, the travelling boys. I mean, you look at the likes of Hopey Price, Charles, Dennis McCann, so many young travelling boys coming, Willie Hutchinson, so many young boys. I want to be one of them next. So if we can we'll all stick to it. We'll all be at the top. We'll all be ruling one day.
Good. You mentioned little Dennis. I suppose we will. We'll give him another mention. I mean, he does look something special, doesn't he? He's a lovely little character as well.
I've known Dennis for years. I've always been in finals with him, boxing with him. He was a little bit younger than me, but always knew him. Always a nice kid. And I think if he can make it, yeah, he's something special.
And we hope we'll be saying the same about you in a few years' time. Josh Frankham, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.